In the last video we touched on the topic of warming up, but the point of the video was not about warming up. We'll talk about the most important things. This is the path of electricity. For example, if you imagine a single piece of copper wire 100 meters long, the current will flow through it smoothly and quickly. It's like a fast river, only without waves. Calm flow, straight, smooth flow. This is the ideal current. Current is sound, because it's the same thing. Now imagine that we cut these 100 m of wire into 1,000 pieces, soldered them, installed connectors and contacts. And worse, we have used other materials such as brass, tin, or alloys. In other words, we placed 1,000 stones in our river. It will never be so smooth and straight again. Waves will begin, brushes will fly in different directions, the water will begin to seethe and boil. That's the whole point. Now we'll talk about dams. Dams on the signal path. The river flows and runs into a wall in which there is a small hole. This is a thin fuse wire. I've seen amplifiers with 7 or 10 dams. Imagine an Autobahn with 10 rings installed on it. You constantly have to slow down, turn the steering wheel, then pick up speed again. This is very wrong. The sound is like a car on the Autobahn. It should move freely and quickly. Now we'll talk about fuses. I believe that these are the most important parts in the sound chain, current and sound, because it's the same thing. The current is applied to the sound, amplifying it. This happens everywhere, in the phono stage, CD player, amplifier. Everywhere. Current is the basis. Now imagine a power wire as thick as your finger. It is plugged into the amplifier, and there are 10 fuses with wires thinner than a hair. This is the dam. I listened to music for many years without any fuses at all. But I don't advise anyone to do this. It is not safe. I received a sound that is impossible to even imagine. Juicy and rich, lively, real sound. No dams or pitfalls. But when the tube shorted in my amplifier, several good resistors around it immediately burned out. I decided that I would use fuses. But which ones? The stock fuses do not allow sound at all. It is impossible to listen to music with them. I bought several audiophile fuses from different companies. I'll tell you about my experience. Now, of course, I make my own fuses from special OCC, Ono continuous casting, copper conductors. For me this is much better than oxygen-free copper, OFC, or oxygen-free high thermal conductivity, OFHC, copper. I select the wire cross-section based on the power of the source. In my video I show Chinese Alcarm fuses. They sound somewhere in the middle between standard fuses and synergistic research orange fuse. But they are very good. They are made from OFC copper. They are good. I've tried them all. But in the end I make fuses for myself. I can use different materials, different types of copper and filling. In general, this is very interesting. By the way, I found quartz in audiophile fuses. They conduct electricity. It promotes better formation of the magnetic field, as well as better transfer of electrons. You can choose for you which fuses are better, or which are the most balanced in price. But I assure you, avoid stock fuses. It's just disappointing. I don't understand why manufacturers make so many mistakes. I can't listen to the stock boxes until I re-solder everything inside. Many high-end manufacturers produce audiophile fuses. They all sound different, but they sound 1,000 times better than stock. My advice: never listen to cheap fuses. In the following videos, I will tell you even more about how you can improve the sound of your audio system. I didn't know much before and listened to rough and unnatural sound for decades. But now, I can share all my experience with you.